What's up, y'all? It's your girl Music here on Ladies Night with Kelda Music, produced by Cut It Up Music. DJ Mace, just want to shout y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for getting this opportunity for me hosting this show and bringing on my favorite females in the game. This one female, I've known her for a long time. I mean, we go way back, okay? Like, we used to be performing at the same venues, knew the same promoters, you know? We was running around doing everything in the Bay.
Yes.
So I want to introduce y'all to Diamond, y'all, the solid one.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you, Kelda, for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes. No, thank you so much for coming. Like, I just remember, like, we was hustling, like, especially during the hyphy movement. We was driving around going to clubs, performances. We was like, you performing there? I'm performing here.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Well, you can open up
Dila Bree. Shout out Dila Bree.
Yes.
Oh,
Dila Bree. Oh, yes.
RTE.
Yeah, you still talk to Dila Bree?
Of course, that's my bestie.
Yes.
Me and his sister have the same name. My birth name's LaDasha. Her name's Dasha.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I love him. Dila Bree.
Yes. So what I've been reading about you, Diamond, is you're a community leader now. You're a mom. Of course, you're an artist. And you use your own struggles and journeys of self-determination and healing to inspire individuals and the community.
Yes, absolutely. I've been an arts activist since about 2007. Started with Silence to Violence. I don't know if you remember that. So that's where a lot of my musical journey started, was in activism and with a campaign called Turf Unity.
Oh, okay.
So we brought different turf rival gangs together through music to bring peace on the streets. You remember 2006, 7, and 8 when the murder rate was like over 100 every year?
Yeah.
It was really, really sad, and people lost a lot of loved ones. And then they didn't really know what to do with it, but everybody was doing music. Yeah. So it was like,
it's the only way out to like heal the soul. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's definitely a coping mechanism that I use. Music, poetry, just the art, being creative, writing, you know, is one way, and I love it. And I want to inspire other people through sharing my story through my music, that they can overcome obstacles as well.
So you're still doing music still?
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you still rapping?
I'm still rapping.
That's cool.
My last album came out in 2017.
Oh,
so I'm still riding a wave off that album.
No, keep it going. Keep it going.
Yeah, it's on iTunes. Diamond the Silent One. That album's called The Black Cinderella, Black Princess album.
I like that. You got any special features on it, or is it just you to the face?
It's pretty much my album. I featured a couple people that I rock with on my I Am the Label music group label. So Chase Banks on that album. He's from Frisco.
Shout out to Chase Banks.
Chase Banks, my partner Key Bees. He's from Richmond. So it's still in a you know, the love of like turf unity. So I still like to collaborate with other artists from different area codes and areas and just show that turf unity and that love, and we share our fan base. You know.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. So it's like, what do you think about female hip hop today?
I love it. I love the City Girls. I love
City
Girls. I love Cash Doll. I love
Megan
Nicki
Thee
Minaj. I love Meg. You feel me? I think that it's a beautiful thing to see women empowered and feeling themselves and being themselves and making their own decisions and doing it in a creative and positive way and making money.
Yeah, and making.
Shout out to Cardi B. I love that girl. Like, I love them. That it's like I live through them. Like we keep going through them. You know what I mean? Just like the others that came before us, like Queen Latifah and MC Light and Moni in the middle. Where's she at? In the middle.
Oh, snap.
You know, like old school hip hop. That makes you really want to express yourself. You got me and you. You know, Salt and Pepper was my favorite.
Yeah.
I love women in hip hop, and I'm loving all the doors that are opening. So I'm not with the haterism. I'm with
like
the let's come together.
You doing your thing in it.
Like, I'm doing my thing. Let's do our thing together. Shouts out to Kedra. I seen her on here the other day.
Yes, that's my
girl too. And it was really good to see y'all working together because she's newer in the game, and to see her working with somebody who I've been working with, I'm like, good. It's like an intergenerational type of thing.
And that's the thing. We all need to come together and embrace each other and help each other out. Like, that's what I've always been about. You know what I mean? I've never been a hater or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, we just all come together, make this music, make this
beautiful
video.
spirit.
You know what I'm saying? Just like trying to be just like you, sis. It's like, I remember you was just always positive, always just like, I'm just trying to get my music out there. You were never about no drama or nothing. Like, you.
No drama. I just feel like I want to be in line with the creator and the way life is.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like
yeah.
about life and like
Yeah.
pro-life.
Yeah.
And like, you know, each one teach one, each one reach one, giving back, being a bridge. I'm like with all that positive stuff, I guess you could say, corny stuff we kind of grew up with. But
yeah.
it like how I figured it out, because I tried the other way, right?
Yeah.
I tried the ratchetness, the hypiness, the popping pills, you know, and it was just like, I didn't feel good.
Right.
You're angry, you got attitude, you got moves on you.
Right.
Like, nobody
ready
want to be
fight.
around
Like,
you.
Yeah.
And then it's like the consequences of all that. Like your health, and you're going to jail, and it's like, is this really what I want? Getting stabbed up and like,
right.
I'm like, wait a minute, my face. I have a image. I'm
got
out here.
a
I need to
gorgeous-
be on the camera.
You got a gorgeous little cutie face.
You know,
okay?
and
Look,
you
you
too.
can't. Okay,
So
look.
we can't be getting our face all scratched. I'm like, I'm bougie. I'm like, girl, want to fight me? I'd be like, girl,
right, girl.
girl, you don't want to fight me. Girl.
Right, girl. Have you perform my next
Right,
event?
girl.
Shit.
Exactly. Basically, I turn the
I'll put you
haters.
on.
I sure will.
I'll put you on.
Facts. Period.
Period.
Right?
Okay. Shit.
Right. So
Yes. And then also, so you have a event coming up in Fresno too.
Thank
So
you.
you're
yeah. So like I book artists and I also book myself. So November 21st, first on Saturday, I'm doing an open mic. It's going to be virtual. So I have the artists come into locations similar to this. The artists will be there, but all the guests and the fans will be live watching, like you guys are tuning in. And then on next Saturday, the 29th, I'm joining AP9 of the Mob Figures.
Y'all know who that is.
Rest in peace to the Jacka. The
Yes.
Mob Figures is AP9, Ryder J. Clyde, the Jacka, and Hustler, if you don't know.
Yes.
And, you know, they're part of the 90s and early 2000s Bay Area hip-hop scene. They made major moves. Rest in peace to King Jacka.
Yes.
My God, I love the Jacka so much. He's so raw, so talented, so unique. And he's, like, so missed in the Bay Area music scene. Like, my God. So it's just an honor to be working with AP9. And I did some work for him in 2018. I did a promo campaign for him for his album 94th and Jack, which now is where the Jacka was killed on 94th and MacArthur, so they call it 94th and Jack. So we did an album called the 94th and Jack album, and it's a beautiful album. It has lots of people on it. I think like who's on it? Spice One's on that album. Hustler's on that album. A lot of the My Figures are on that album. And AP9 is holding it down. Shouts out to Kata Boy, who's on the production. And shouts out to Do Damage. You feel me?
Damage. Hey.
Other production.
Yes. Shout out to Do Damage.
Love Dewey. And so we'll be in Fresno November 29th, rocking with AP9 in the Mob Style Party.
Wow. So how did you guys link up to do all that? Because
well, me, I'm a promoter, and sometimes I just be thinking in my mind things.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes people tell you what you can't do, and then that's just what I will do. So I was working with like somebody, and we were talking about shows, and I like to book headliners every now and again for my shows. So you know, most of the time I'm just booking underground people that many people don't know and give them a platform. But you know, to make that more hyped up, sometimes you have to book a headliner, right? So that you know these underground artists buy into your show. Like, who you bringing or why I'm paying you, right? I brought AP9 down. He was doing the 94th and Jack album. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that. Period. I want to be a part of that. So I just Instagrammed him, DM'd him, and said, do you need promo?
And he responded.
Do you need promo? I want to help promo your album.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of the Jacka.
And he's responded to
And
the
he
right one.
responded, and he said, yeah, and we met up. You feel me? He was so solid to me. Like, he shared his drink with me. Like, he met me really in the head. Like, I'm just tell. This ain't snitching. This is information. You feel me? Shout out to AP9. I just love him for giving me the experience, you know? We met at, like, El Pollo Loco on International Boulevard in the depth. So I felt like this pimpin', we on the whole strap.
Hell yeah.
And I'm meeting AP9. It don't get more mob than that. Just to keep it lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a solid one. So I'm going to keep it lit, right? So I was like, okay. So he got me these big ass posters that I never seen before, like the size of this whole table. He was like, this is the way I do it. I'm used to having like big shit. So he gave me a stack of these big ass posters. He was like, get these off for me. I'm like, will do. And then we talked a couple of times, and then I gave him that idea about a tour and how I was going to do his promo campaign, which was book several artists, you know, to get him his money and throw a show. And I did that. And in Fairfield. And I brought like people from every hood.
Oh, so you already did that in Fairfield?
I did that in 2018.
Oh,
this is how the relationship was built.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And this was after doing the show with Babgate. This was after doing
yeah.
the show with Livewire artist Vitani.
That's what's up. Okay.
So I did a whole little series called Fame, Fashion, Arts, Music, and Entertainment. And I brought those artists on. And then so when AP9 came, I had that series called Bay, which is Bay Area Arts and Entertainment. So I tried to give it like a theme. So it was Bay, and after, you know, that, we built a relationship with his management, Boss Man. You feel me? Shouts out to Boss Man. And they gave me sodas. They had all his albums, his whole catalog, all these CDs. So everybody who came to that show was truly blessed. I mean, he gave out hundreds of CDs, like stacks, like every album, like 2 and 3 each. And sodas, and it was for everybody who stayed after and just waited. And AP9 stayed. Was supposed to do like one song and just a walkthrough, and he ended up doing his whole album because he felt the vibe was so good.
Yeah,
and love. It was so peaceful, and he was just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
He said for everybody who just stayed, because people left after a certain time. It was you know, pretty much over, and we had like that little baby after party. And and he was looking for the strip club, and I'm like, this is not Vegas, this is not Frisco, we're in Fairfield. So, you know.
Gotta turn it up wherever you go.
Right. We turned it up the best we could. We turned it up in that parking lot.
Yes,
I'm really looking forward to going to episode. And then I joined them last year in October 2019 in Las Vegas. We did this. So this is called Sunday in Fresno. So we did another event with them last year.
Oh, so you guys are doing this consistently with each other, like different themes events.
Yep.
That's cool.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes, my bad. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it turned into something, and that's kind of like what I pride myself with. Like most artists I've worked with, it's been for like 10 or more years.
Yeah.
And if they're new, you know, it's going to build. And if I'm working with you, you can best believe it'll probably be for a long time.
Yeah, no, of course, because you got hustle, you got game. Like, you know this
Mm-hmm.
business inside out. Like, you've been there as an artist, you've been there behind the scenes, you know what I mean? And now you're doing both still, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. Yeah. And then you said you work with Livewire too, or?
Well, I was, I definitely promoted for them early on, and then lately, 2018, 2019, I was working with their newest artist, Vitani. Yeah, Vitani, he's from East Oakland. He's a really dope artist. You gotta check him out. VITAN.
Okay. Cool. We gotta keep him in mind. Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Now, do you still? I remember, like your username was I Am the Label, which it still is. So, are you a label?
I'm a music group, so I call myself an artist collective.
Okay.
Right? I don't own you. I don't want no contract on you. It's just like when we go out and do shows, and sometimes you have to pay. So it might be a $500 buy-in or a $1,000 buy-in. So I have these certain artists that we come together as individual brands under I Am the Label, and then we do those shows together.
Oh.
Voltron.
Wow, okay. I like it. Right.
And we can interchange and connect. You know, it might be you and me one time, it might be my S4 one time.
Yeah.
The configurations change, but
yeah.
pretty much it's like sometimes you can't put everybody's name on the flyer.
Right.
And I learned that with groups, and everybody wanted their name on the flyer. So once again, let's get creative. How are we going to figure this one out? Damn, I can't put 5 people's name on the thing.
Right, and their picture and their website.
Right, it's like,
their Twitter, their Instagram, like, come on, y'all.
Tell it, okay? This marketing and promotion.
Right.
So I got creative, honey, baby. I Am the Label was creative.
Wow. You've been doing that for a minute. Like,
since 2012.
Do you have like a particular artist that you focus on, that you personally work with?
Right now I do. Under the in the singles, in Sub 17, in Caribbean City.
And he even did an event here. He even did an event here recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Shouts out to Igor Beats. You feel me? So working with them, and then Key Bees, of course, like I mentioned earlier, AMX. And then as of recently, after last year, I met an artist, a dope artist, at one of the Tiny video shoots named Haven Court City.
Okay.
So I've been working with him the last year.
Okay.
he's from Havenport, and he wants
Okay.
to put Havenport on the map.
That's what's up. Okay.
And
Okay.
he has some really, really unique sounds, and he has some really, really good music. And he has a whole lot to say and share with you.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I guess from your perspective, what do you look for in a new artist, whether it be a singer or a rapper? Like, what will make you engage with that artist?
Dedication, commitment, and talent.
Okay.
So the talent will speak for itself. If they're a great artist and they take it serious, then you look for that commitment to the studio, that commitment to paying for studio time, that dedication to showing up. And then if they show me that, I'm like, we locked in.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that work ethic means everything.
You gotta be hungry.
You gotta be hungry, okay?
Hungry.
Like a shark for blood.
Don't be up here thinking, oh, well, you know,
Not what
this
you got for
happened.
me, what you gonna do.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Sitting back and waiting. Oh, I will.
Exactly.
Hard in the paint. Skirt. So fast. Vroom, vroom on your ass. I got to go. I don't got time for I'm gonna lap your ass. All gas, no brakes. Okay?
Okay.
Yes. Fast. So
Remember
you know, all gas, no brakes. That was another themed event I did like in 2011.
Yeah.
2012, and that was like featuring Frank Stickums, Do Damage.
Oh, damn. Okay. You featuring
Right.
a lot of motherfuckers. Damn. Okay.
All them and just different artists like that you probably never heard of that
Uh-huh.
just were really great. Just dope artists that needed a platform. And I know how that felt being an artist and having to pay for every single thing.
Wow.
It was like, good grief. The only place you really could go and perform was open mic. And then it was just like, who wants to go to open mic to perform all the time? Like,
Right.
I go to open mic to practice my new song.
Yeah.
I go test it on a crowd,
That's
but I
smart.
need a
Y'all
show.
listening? Y'all listening?
I need a show, right?
Listen.
So before a show, I encourage artists to go to open mic, get the stage right out, like see how the audience is receiving you. So I would keep open mics on lock, and when I meet a new artist, I put them through the open mic process.
That's smart. Any particular venue that you do the open
Sweet
mic?
Fingers, DJ Igor Beats, Bay Life, what it do?
Yeah, yes, and I know where that is, and they serve food there too.
They do, Caribbean
Yeah.
food,
Yes.
cuisine. But unfortunately, they burned down last year.
What?
Yeah, the
No.
boutique next door caught a fire. We think that's like weird, but
Oh,
how can a boutique
no.
who sells clothes at night catch on fire? I don't know. It sounds
Right,
skeptical.
right.
So
Sounds
that
skeptical.
caught on fire, and then it burned half the Sweet Fingers down.
Hmm.
So we lost our venue for this whole like year.
Well, there's more venues like. Jerry Law
I
and
like him too.
Sean Bon Scott.
Ah,
Yes,
I don't
yes.
know Sean, but shouts out to you.
Yes, he runs the Black Repertory Theater.
Shouts
yes,
out to
yes,
White Out.
yes. Whiteout, shout out. Yes,
I
yes.
haven't seen him in a while.
So you about to do some events at the Black Repertory Theater?
No, but I was thinking about it.
You should. You should.
Because you know what I actually wanted to do? And I'm not even going to worry about somebody stealing the idea because we're all creative. The idea is really new. But I was just thinking about hosting some type of film festival or something. But then I was like, the theater doesn't have a film,
Oh, that like that
a
backdrop, that
projector or
screen.
something.
Yeah,
so
the
I was thinking to
projector
get
on
a
the screen.
projector
Yeah.
screen and host like video filmings of
Yeah.
people's videos.
That'd be tight. Cause you know how many filmmakers are in the Bay? Like how many young dudes got
Right.
like short films, whatever. You could
Yes.
broadcast all of that. Charge people $10 at
Exactly.
the door, or whatever.
Yep,
You
charge
know
people
what
$10 at the door, charge the filmmaker
Yeah,
a
yeah.
couple dollars to feature
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just do that. Like I thought that would be great.
No, that would be dope. That would be dope.
That's my latest creation. I've been thinking
Oh, you
about.
just be all
this
over like you.
week. Just this week I thought that like on Monday.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm looking for sponsors because honestly I was like looking at the movie theater.
Yeah, yeah.
No lie, right? The drive-in, right?
Mhm.
The drive-in theater, and then it said host your own event.
Wow.
I was looking for contact us and like times they're
Yeah, yeah,
open.
yeah.
And they're open the drive-in theater, and I was like, I wonder how much it costs
Mhm.
to book my own screen,
Yeah,
and
do
then
your
I
own
could just
shit.
charge artists to film their movies,
Yeah.
their short films and their videos.
Hell yeah.
But then they emailed me back, and I
Uh-huh.
thought it was gonna be like $500 to $800 or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They were like 50 cars minimum, and I'm like, they charge like $8 times 50 cars. I don't know, times 2 or 3 people, 800, 1,200. They were like $25,000. Because it can hold up to 150 cars, and you know it's 3 to 4 people per car.
Right.
So that's pretty much 600.
That's, I mean,
150 times 4.
yeah. You can get a sponsor to cover that.
Exactly. So, we speaking on it, and because I'm saying it here, then now you're a part of it. So
Oh,
help me get the sponsors.
I'm gonna help you. I'm to help you. I'm gonna
help me get sponsored.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yes.
We ain't no haters.
Hell yeah.
Put it together.
Hell yeah.
Sometimes it needs more people at the table to make a bigger dream come true.
That's right. Like they said, there's strength in numbers.
Yes, it is. Shout out to the Bay Area.
Yes, I love the Bay. Like, and I remember just like back in the day, like it was just so fun hanging out with you and like talking about shows and shit, and different promoters and everything. And I'm so glad that you are still in this industry.
Me too. You too.
Yeah.
I look up to you in so many ways. Like, this woman has actually traveled overseas with her music, and I'm still waiting to do that. That's like one of my dreams.
You will.
And I wanted to talk to you and D. Labrie about it, but then also you want to give people their time to shine and not always ask what you can get from them. Allow them their moments. That's something. That's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, and some people don't get that. They're always hand out. What you gonna do? I worked for this. I did all these things. You have to do that too. Sometimes you have to do that.
That's right. And I know. Yes. I work so hard for all the contacts and people and day and night. Like I'm at 4 a.m. emailing and calling and texting and WhatsApping people.
I respect that.
And then people be like, "Well, how can I get on?"
Bitch.
Like I'm like,
that's how you feel.
Right. You know what I mean?
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker what?
Motherfucker who? This is what you just block.
Right.
I'm not talking to you no more.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Not there. Yes.
Not there.
So how is it like for being a female? I mean, because I have my perspective of being a female in the game. How was it for you being a female in this game? How have you faced any challenges being a female?
I'm gonna speak to some real ass shit. I'm gonna speak to just internalized depression, and just light skin versus dark skin, and skinny versus thick, and ratchet versus professional, and just what people go for and what people like. So honestly, I kept myself in a safe zone. I'm a little overweight, so that keeps less vultures. You know, I'm kind of more into the natural look. I'm not too much made up, or the Barbie type.
I know
so
what
I
you mean.
feel like, a lot of times I can go under the radar, or people underestimate me. So I feel like that's been a benefit.
But when you do deck out like that,
right,
it's over.
Right, it's over. And then also I know how to control that and put people to work. I know how to put people to work for me.
Yeah.
If you like me, I know how to play with that a little bit. Not necessarily manipulate it, but it's just using all my resources to my advantage.
Yeah, I mean that's what you got to do.
Yeah. Misty power, who rule the world.
Woo!
And if you know yourself and you have that self-knowledge and self-worth, then you're going to use your resources to the best of your ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
While providing platforms for others. You know?
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah.
So what's next that you have coming up
Well, right now I'm working on my personal brand, and I'm really, really proud of it because I've been doing Hard in the Paint. I am the label, Kelda said, for many, many years, and that's been putting other people on. And people been mirroring to me. I put a lot of people on.
She works hard.
And I did that to also put myself on, but at the end of the day, I didn't put myself on as much as I could be on because I was putting everybody else on. So a lot of people mirrored to me, you put so many people on, it's time for you to shine. We want to know more about you. People are asking me to interview. People are asking me my story. People are asking me to be more of a storyteller. And I'm like, okay. So I do have a whole lot of information and a whole lot of life experience, or what they call shared experience, that I haven't really shared that could probably help people, especially in this day and age, with depression being high and suicide rates being high, and just people I don't know, it's just they're not as strong as they used to be emotionally and psychologically. And it's probably due to the internalized depression, and it's due to the external environment that we're living under every day, a Trumpism and so-called democracy and a capitalistic society that's based on racism. There's no it's psychological. You know that you're hated. You know that your people are being killed. You know. So how does that really affect somebody?
Right.
And they're not talking about it. And mental health is frowned upon. Oh, mental health. Oh, you seeing a psychiatrist. Oh, you seeing a therapist. People really do have mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I feel I've overcome some different mental health issues. PTSD is real. Just living in Oakland and experiencing the murder rate, and just so many people dying at once, and just so afraid, and just gunshots, and just people robbing, and it's it affects you. You know what I mean? And you might not pay attention, but there's symptoms and there's signs. And sometimes you ignore them, and other times you just brush it off. But then if you really get honest, you'll realize this is not normal. We're normalizing this shit. And that's a curse, you know? And for me, I noticed generational curses in my family. I noticed like things would happen and people would brush it under the rug and people wouldn't talk about it. And then some people in the family would want to talk about it and they got shunned. And I'm like, ooh, that's weird.
Wow.
Or if I wanted to have a different opinion in the household opinion, and it was like, shut up. No, you can't think that way. Why not?
How do they want you to think? Like the traditional way?
Yeah, or traditional, like a robot, or like with their way, you know? And not like, well, that might not work for me. Like, for instance, you know, like, go to college. Like, that's not for everybody.
Get married, have two kids.
Yeah, like, you know, these typical ways, like traditional ways.
Yeah.
And like for women, it's all these boxes and they're defining our life for us without us even being at the table to say like what we want. And for me as an activist, it's always about who's at the table. And when who's at the table matters, but who's not at the table matters most. Because that person doesn't have a voice. And you might be making a decision for that person.
Yeah.
So I'm big on like human rights, the right to choose. I'm big on prison rights. Because you take away a person's right to vote, but they're still in society and they're affected by politics.
Yeah.
So why can't they vote? So I'm really happy to find out today that people don't have to disclose their criminal background anymore with leasing agents.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's
so
good.
I found that out today, and that was really awesome. Like, wow, that's good. It's like a law.
What about like background checks as a whole?
They're going to do background checks for your credit, like to see if you have evictions and stuff. Makes sense, I guess. But then they won't do criminal background checks.
Okay.
Because, you know, that was barring a lot of people from public housing and low-income housing.
Yeah.
And most
you can't judge people, you know what I mean, based off that. Like, there's a lot of one-off situations, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
for whatever reason. Like,
you don't know the details, but they still need housing, and if they're expected to have a job and be an upstanding citizen. It's like housing is like one of your basic needs. It's at the bottom of, you know, the needs assessment thing. So you have to have like housing, shelter, food before you even can get to mental health and emotions and like communication and getting along with people.
Yeah.
So if any of that's messed up, which for a lot of black and brown it is because of the disproportionate, you know, jail numbers and then like job scarcity and like payment too. And then I've been thinking lately about women and how we don't get paid as much as men, or black women don't get paid as much as white men, and it's just like so many different things, like stratifications in
all industries, Hollywood,
separate us,
politics, healthcare,
all over the place, and you don't think that has a psychological effect on somebody. So all that to say, in a nutshell, I want to share my story of like resilience and how I get through that and how I cope and how I use a gratitude practice and how I use grounding and how I've been in therapy and how I use music as an outlet and art to help, because it's like an everyday thing.
And so with your, you said you have a nonprofit, right?
I work with several nonprofits.
Right. So are they catering to what? Yeah, so what
definitely the arts activists came from Silence the Violence, which started from sharing our stories of pain and losing people. So we would go out and throw community events, because what we were finding is kids just didn't have much to do. They were bored, and then, you know, during the hours after school, that's the most time crime happens for a teenager. You know, between like 5 p.m. and 10 p.m. for most part, the kids are home by themselves. So latchkey, there's not after school programs. After age 13, all the daycare programs stop providing funding. So then that's the transitional age. A 13-year-old little boy out there with no daycare and no group and no program. What the heck you expect them to do in here in the hood? Inner city, density, poverty, lack of resources, no fathers, everybody in jail, and then guns and drugs.
On it.
What the fuck? And then it's all created by a fucking vicious system that already started from racism and fucking slavery. So you got the new prison industrial complex, which is just the new slavery. And our poor little kids don't know the history of the country and who they are, so they fall right the fuck slip into when they're at the young tender age and they don't know shit. And then the system's so hard on them. Why would you be that punitive on somebody who don't even know better? Like, it's research shows that in the brain, it's not even developed between 14 and 18.
Right.
They're
Especially-
actually psychotic. They don't even know. It's all fucked up.
Especially from boys, like they don't mentally develop until like
25.
Yeah, in the mid 20s.
Right,
Yeah,
and K, transition age youth, is 18 to 24. So why during 18 to 24, when you have more programs for restorative justice or, you know, reconciliation or healing for these young boys who are already in a system who hates them from 3rd grade? Because that's when it starts, in fucking 3rd grade. And it probably start earlier now, but 10 years ago, 20 years ago, it was 3rd grade.
Yeah, wow.
And it's all through your reading assessments and your testing. And every kid who's below reading level, they create a jail bed for him 20 years later. Because everything's 20 years behind.
Right.
So 3rd grade test is predicting who's going to be in prison 20 years from there.
Wow.
So 3rd grade is what, 8?
Yeah.
So when you're 20 fucking 8, you'll be in prison. And they're banking on that type of shit. And
Young
now
black man.
prisons are on the stock market. And not private ones. And that shit bothers me. I have 2 black sons.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. You have children, so like, how do you deal with that with your son?
Shit, my son in jail right now. He went yesterday.
How old
So
is
I'm
he?
having stress.
How old is
22.
Wow.
And it's like he didn't even commit a crime. He got caught with a gun on him at a traffic stop.
That's crazy.
You know, stuff like that. Bailed him out. He's been out on bail for like 4 or 5 months, and now it's time to face the music. So
Fuck, that's
we'll see if it's like 30 days, 45 days. We praying for no more than 90 days.
Right,
You know, and then, but then you're on
3
probation
months.
for 3 years for something you didn't even do a crime. You didn't rob. You just had something. So it's kind of like the system's just kind of set up to trap you in it.
Yep.
Yeah. So me, I'm all about navigating systems. That's what I do. I'm an educator. I'm a teacher. I'm an activist. I'm an instructional designer. I'm really creative with trying to create solutions to problems, period. Whatever it is.
Do you work with schools as well?
I was working with the Oakland Unified School District for many years.
Oh, wow.
As an intervention specialist. All this music is like my nightlife. I still have a day job.
Yeah.
I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice,
Oh, wow.
minor in political science, and I
Oh,
still want to go to law school.
Where did you go to school, if you don't mind me asking?
Cal State East Bay.
Hey, that's
Hey,
where I
word.
was going to go, too. Cal State East Bay.
And all my partners, we would rap and stuff, and then at night I would make them stay up and have study group with me. You motherfuckers,
Right.
you gonna stay up while I study.
Right.
Help me.
Educational
Help me
shit.
pass the test.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would help me clean my house. Like, I love my friends.
Yeah,
I picked them, I chose them wisely. And they showed me through their actions that they love me. You know, I was a single mom with the kids, and I'm doing music and stuff. So, like, they were a support group.
Yeah. No, that's
They're a
good.
support group. I appreciate
Those
them.
are loyals.
Yeah.
People who will forever be loyal. to
Loyalty
you.
over royalty.
Yes.
We
yes.
share a sandwich in 4s if we have to. Everybody get a fucking piece. And
Ooh.
that's the way we did it.
That's right.
Period.
That's right.
You do not get to eat in front of somebody. We'll damn near beat your ass. Get the fuck out. That's the attitude you have? Bye.
Get the
You don't
fuck
get to
out.
be around us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Right,
you
right.
gotta share everything.
So I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think about the Kamala and Biden situation right now?
I'm kind of like, I'm happy for a historical moment, so-called, from a jaded perspective. If I want to be like that person, is like, oh, like when Obama came, I cried. I felt it was so great.
Me
but
too.
since Trump,
Me too.
I'm like, I'm not really that excited. I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know how to feel. I
Me
damn
too.
near wanted to fucking vote for Trump just on some rebellion. To be real, like, fuck this shit. This whole shit is bullshit. And just leave the motherfucker in there. Leave the clown circus going.
Right.
Because
Keep
I
it going.
feel like this. Why are you letting this dumb ass get you so riled up? The whole America. Oh, Trump. I'm like, why? He didn't do shit but talk shit. People do that all day. That didn't bother me one bit. All that Russian stuff and the spy stuff, y'all put them in there.
Yeah.
The people who run this country put them there. I don't even feel like really I'm a part of this country.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a sovereign from a whole nother, just like Earth is my turf.
Yeah.
The whole motherfucking Earth
Right.
is my turf.
Right.
So I just feel like I run shit wherever I go. I'm a queen, period.
Yeah. No. Of
So
course
I'm
you
like,
are.
fuck all this shit, but my democratic rights, I exercised it because people died for that shit.
Yeah.
That looked
That's
like
true.
me.
That's true.
And they did it for me,
Yeah.
you know?
So
In
what
the
were
future.
you what were you doing during the George Floyd situation? Were you out protesting?
I was
or-
bumping the Scary X. All of Pecka Woods better hide tonight, hide tonight. That's what I was doing. I just went live. Just played hella music, hella fuck the police.
Were you out
I
protesting?
love, no, I don't protest anymore. I used to protest until the 99 came and everybody got psychologically fuck that they're
What's the
99.
What's
The 99%.
Oh, okay.
Remember the Wall Street thing, and everybody was the 99, and they was outside and sleeping outside. You
oh
remember?
yes.
You remember?
Yes.
That broke my fucking heart that people would call themselves the 99. I get the sentiment, but I really believe in energy and like what you tell yourself. Your subconscious don't know the truth between a lie and the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell yourself you're 99, you're less than, and all this shit,
yeah,
you believe that in your cells. So for me, I had to reject that shit. Bitch, I'm the talented 10th. And I've always felt that way. I don't know if you probably don't know about that, but that's like a W.E.B. Du Bois thing. And it's an educational thing, and it's for Black America. There's a 10% that can lead the rest of the 90% up, because the majority of us are in poverty and don't have a good education and have mental health problems and health problems and just environmental problems from just environmental and post-traumatic slave disorder. Yeah. But it's a few of us that are conscious and awoke that are supposed to lead those masses out of that.
And that's what you are. You're a leader.
Like that I am.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do the 99, and then when they maced all the people while they were just peaceful, I said I will never protest again. I just can't do it. Because I'll put myself in harm, and I need my body and my health and vitality to fight the psychological fight and to write the books that needs to be written and like give the scrolls to the kids. Like they need the truth. We don't even write no more. We don't have a phone book. It's all this shit, and this is fake. This is artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. This whole corona to me, this whole Zooming everybody, you're just getting you ready to not be in person. Like, it's just going to be like the shit you've been watching on TV for the last 20 fucking years. The Jetsons.
Or the Flintstones.
And the chips. I believe in it. I'm a conspiracy theorist. The chips coming, these inoculations with these fucking flu shots, and mandatory for health workers and social workers and teachers and all this stuff.
So do you believe in the immunization shots right now?
No, I don't believe in none of that shit. That's death. I believe in the Tuskegee experiment and what they did to Black people.
What's the Tuskegee experiment?
The Tuskegee experiment is where they inflicted a bunch of Black people with syphilis in the name of shots.
Ooh, okay. When was it?
Like the 50s.
Wow.
The 40s, the 50s. The Tuskegee experiment, they did it on Blacks in like Tuskegee, Alabama.
What were the results like from people who got the shot?
They got syphilis. They got all deformed. You know what syphilis do to you? It fuck you up.
Make you look like people. People at Hills Have Eyes.
People understand. Yep.
Like
it makes you
kind
look
of
like
deformed.
that.
Just
yeah. And it hurts you. It doesn't help you.
So imagine when they reproduce.
Right.
The babies
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
So I know I'm healthy and I know I'm strong. I'd rather use nutrition. Vegan, fruits and vegetables. I'm not quite there yet, but consciously I'm getting there. I feel like it starts in your mind. You know what I mean? So like eating better, like the processed food is killing us. The sugar is killing us. Diabetes is killing us. Heart attacks is killing us. We got to get more aware. We see it, but it's like, oh well, I'm gonna die anyway and smoke the cigarette. Like we're fucked.
Like I have a friend who was like, anything that hits the microwave is bad. And he got rid of his microwave.
Electrolytes is killing you. It kills your baby and your brain.
He was like, I have a stove and I have an oven. He was like, but I got rid of my microwave. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's how me and my ex-husband did it.
Really? Wow.
I prefer to boil my water for my tea. Damn. Put it in a fucking
now, do you use sink water too, or are you?
I use sink water because it got the filter. And honestly, Oakland got the best water.
Oh, really?
Because it's really treated. It could be different now. But everything I do, like it says in the Bible, it's not about washing your hands. It's about praying over it. So for me, it's just a matter of Jesus wept. You know what I mean? God bless this. Take out all the infirmities and the negativities and give me what I need from it, the nutrition. And that's it. And that's all I can do in this world because it's all fucked.
Yeah.
Even vegan in the soil is all fucked. So it's kind of like everybody's organic and we're this and we're that.
Right.
Organic has been bought. USDA has bought organic. So if everything's a corporation, like America, democracy isn't real. It's just a corporation.
Yeah.
Our name is a corporation. It's in all caps. We're on the fucking stock market as livestock. Each one of us. We have a social security card and an ID card, and it has a barcode on it. And why
That's how they identify you. Yeah.
Why does their birth certificate have a barcode? Because someone's getting paid for your ass.
Wow.
And it's in the records, and it's like millions of dollars a year that you alive.
Yeah, yeah.
The United States government gets paid for us. And that happened when they killed Lincoln. And that's why they killed Lincoln. This is why. Our money, the American dollar, is fiat. F-I-A-T. It's fake ass money. It don't mean shit and it don't do shit. It's a tool. It's just a barter. But money used to be backed by gold. In the 20s and the 1910s and 1800s, it was backed by gold. Lincoln found out that the American government wanted to take all the gold and just give us a promissory note. And that's what the 1920s Great Depression was about. All the banks crashed because they were using fake ass notes. Like, oh, it's worth this, it's worth that, but it wasn't backed by shit, so it's all burned.
Didn't at one point we as black people own Black Wall Street?
We did.
Yeah.
And they burned that shit down. Like they burned it down. Everything we get, they do that. We had a town in right here in California, in Bakersfield, between Bakersfield and LA, called Allensworth.
Okay.
We had our own town.
Wow.
Colonel Allensworth came from the South and brought his family and a bunch of other people that believed in his vision of a black town. And
so he created black businesses within.
Yeah. They were farmers, you know. At that time, the land was like you could till the land and you can, you know, create and cook your own food and grow your own food and basically sell your crops and barter so you could survive. Wow. And it was water. Everything was living off the land like the Native Americans. Like white people, when they colonized the Americas, they didn't know how to till the land and farm. They died from that, from not knowing. They died of starvation. The Native Americans taught them. And then they basically killed them and stole all the fucking land.
Yeah.
And like for white people to claim land that wasn't anybody's, it's everybody's, and then tell black people that we're poor and we're nothing and we're trash
and drag us over here
and we built
to
the
work
whole
for
land.
them. And
that's a myth because everybody didn't come here on a damn ship. That's what I'm saying. The Native Americans were here and there's black people that work here too. They're called the Moors. The Moorish Americans, the Aboriginal blacks. They were from this side of the world.
Yeah.
Already. Black people everywhere.
Wow.
They weren't just in Africa and brought over here.
Right.
They've
They were
been
here
traveling.
too.
We were travelers. We basically civilized the whole damn world. We were everywhere. We
were in Australia. The
we were in
Aboriginals
Spain.
were in Australia.
Yeah, we were in Australia.
You feel like black people with blonde
with
hair
the blind
and
blue
blue eyes.
This white lady told me one day, so since I had a blonde wig, she said, so since you wearing a blonde wig, can I wear some dreadlocks? What did that mean? What do that mean?
Wow.
Before I be the angry black woman get offended. I'm like, what do that mean? So my first response was, you can do whatever you like.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. But I was just like, you can do whatever you like.
Yeah.
So what the fuck does that mean?
Right.
Bitch, do you know about the Aboriginals? You must don't. That's your dumbass ignorance. You know what I mean? They're beautiful black children with the curly hair and the little blue and green eyes.
Blue eyes.
Yeah.
But like you said, you know, it's everywhere. We're everywhere. We're
So
everywhere.
you don't have to believe that you're a daughter on the ship because they give you psychologically that you're less than, you're here and you're down. If you know that you were here already and you were an indentured servant and you were a prisoner of war, you ain't no motherfucking slave, then it's a whole different mind frame.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know, we were traveling all over the world, all through Spain. You heard of the Black Madonna?
No.
The Black Madonna is like the replica of the so-called Jesus and Mary. You know, you got the Jesus and Mary statue in the picture? Well, it's actually black. Wow. And the name of it is the Black Madonna. And it's hidden in Spain. It's hidden in two places. One in Spain and one in Europe. And it's like underground. And people pay a lot of money to go see it. Because the Moors went back and forth to Spain doing trade, and they stole their fucking boats, and they got stuck over there.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And that's kind of how this slavery, fake-ass slavery started in North America.
Damn.
Not everybody was no slave from West Africa, Ghana. We
Right,
don't even look like them.
Right. We don't.
Not all of us.
Features,
so that's
hair,
how you
texture.
know that you're not from there.
Yeah.
You know, and if you go further to the 12 tribes of Israel, like the Hebrews, the tribe of Judah, and stuff like that, it talks about, like, the African tribes. They're not us. We're different than them.
So, like, just like us right now,
Yeah.
if we want to trace back our ancestry in Africa, they're not us. Like,
we can go to West Africa if we believe in the story of the slave trade. But if you believe in the story of the Moors and you were already here, you would look towards Morocco, North America, North Africa.
So, like Egypt, Morocco, like where they're almost
So that
headed towards the Arabian
and that's
countries.
what resonates more for me. Yeah, and that's exactly where the 12 tribes of Israel are. Like, there's some black Jews over there living in Jerusalem right now, and they fought for it from New York. They fought to go there and be a part of their government system.
Oh wow!
Because there's like some fake Jews that's perpetrating the
Okay.
just like these white folks are saying Jesus is white, and that's like a Michelangelo or
They also saying
Michelangelo art
Cleopatra
picture.
was white too.
Right.
They got what's the name playing
I
Cleopatra?
just said.
Yeah.
All that psychologically fucks with you.
Yeah.
So once you kind
It's
of
just-
learn the truth about who you are, you won't feel so oppressed.
Yeah.
And I feel like once you feel less oppressed, you can get more creative.
Right.
And then you can come up with more solutions and just be a better person in general for your own self, but then it helps the world and the community.
Yeah. Now that makes sense. Like, it's funny. I watch like a lot of documentaries and stuff. You know, black women from being empowered and promoting black movements and stuff, and it's like they're trying to run away from what white people have portrayed us as, and we're trying to be our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Tell our own stories from our own perspective and our own experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what you can't take away from somebody. That's the truth.
Yeah. and look, I know right now I'm wearing this blonde.
It's
but,
cool. It's fun.
Okay. But I'm just here to say I see a lot of black females with blonde hair. Now.
I wore one.
Okay.
I had a blonde wig.
Right. Okay. We all got our own blonde wigs. But I'm just saying, sisters, if we trying to keep it black, why we got this blonde on? And I know I got this on right now too. But I be seeing just.
I feel like this historically.
Yeah.
In like cultures, like
I guess why is the
indigenous
blonde
cultures,
trending for us? Like why?
I think gold is just a beautiful color. Like there's called royalty colors. So there's gold, there's green, there's blue, there's purple, there's red. So I feel like in all indigenous cultures, we had ceremony a lot. We had ritual, and we would dress up and put red lipstick on. And tribal markings on our face. And put different wigs or headpieces on, and it's just a part of our
we can
culture.
do that because we look beautiful
and
either
the
way.
tattoos and all of it is a part
Yeah.
of a long history and culture that we don't really realize, but it's still in us.
Yeah.
And it's just expressing itself.
Yeah.
And it's just in a modern way.
Yeah. Because I just never want to feel like by wearing blonde I'm trying to, you know what I mean, like sell out or anything like that. Like no, I just like this color.
Yeah.
And Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, they all wear this color and they look gorgeous. They look beautiful. And I just want to follow that trend. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it.
So,
you look beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
With the red lipstick, like.
Hey!
I mean, and we're on camera, like it's media. For me, it's like it's entertainment.
Yeah, it is.
It's acting.
Yeah.
It's giving a different part of yourself. You know what I mean? It's that imagination.
Yeah, that imagination.
And that's what keeps us young and vibrant and alive and happy and hopeful and joyful.
And let me just say, you still look so young from like 10 years ago when I saw you.
Yeah, you too.
Like you have a baby face still. Like oh my God.
I tell everybody, drink water.
Okay. Tell them.
Drink water. That's it.
Tell
drink
them.
water and play with the kids a lot and love grandmas. Like, you know, love the babies. What they say, kiss the grandmas and hug the babies. Like that shit is so real. It keeps your heart pure. It's not about being like childish. It's about being like jovial, like just young and open-hearted and learning new things. Like being open to learning and listening and not just think you know everything and stuck in one way of doing something. That's death.
Yeah.
If you can't grow, you're dead.
That's true. That is true.
And water
that is true.
is the key to life. We're 80% fucking water.
That is
so if
true.
all your cells is like swimming in water, if you dried out from smoking cigarettes and dried out from processed foods and dried out from drinks, and then you just every drink that I have, I drink a bottle of water with it. I'm just going like this. I'm still tipsy, but I know that my body is cleansing because my blood needs it. You know, we need a flushing. And how often do we do like fast and cleanse? And then most of it's associated with church or religion. Like that's such a bad thing. But you can go to the club, you can smoke cigarettes, you can have sex with all these different partners, but you can't go to church, you can't praise God, you can't have gratitude. You gotta have balance in your life. Period.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to bring spirituality because it's a part of you. Like your soul is a part of you, your spirit's a part of you. Your mental health is a part of you. Your physical is a part of you. Your emotions is a part of you. So it's all about, for me, self-awareness. Like, how am I feeling? How I'm interacting with my environment? How is it affecting me? And then once you kind of start noticing, then you can start addressing it.
So what do you eat on a daily basis?
Shit, I don't eat enough. I got one goal right now is to eat breakfast, because I like don't eat breakfast. I just get up and go, and I'll drink some water, but I've been working on eating fruit every breakfast, or like oatmeal, or something like a whole food, or a fruit, a vegetable, oatmeal, a grain, protein.
That sounds
I
good.
don't eat eggs a lot.
Oh, no, I love eggs.
I can eat a boiled egg, but I don't
Okay.
like scrambled eggs because the texture. I have a texture problem. See, eat that. That's good, but not a lot of cheese.
Okay.
Because of cholesterol, and then the egg has high cholesterol. So you gotta
That's
watch
true.
how many and stuff like that.
That's true.
There's all these nutrition apps. And then, like, I like these acai bowls they have now. So it's like this fruit and acai berry. And
Okay.
it's good for you. I eat those.
Ooh,
and
is that like a shake or a,
no, it's like a bowl. So it has like
like-
fruits in it. It has like bananas and strawberries in it on this like dessert. It's like a frozen yogurt.
like a yogurt? Oh, yeah.
And it has like almonds on it and grains in it.
Yeah.
You can get various different ones. And then
Ooh.
like salads and then I'll still every now and again I'll have a burger. Every now and again I love to have a burrito. But I've been trying more and more to incorporate. It's not about taking things away because it makes you feel like it's empty or something. It's just about putting more in. So I have a friend that's a vegan and I love her to death. Her name's Tina. And she healed herself from cancer through a vegan diet. And she's been like cancer free for 10 years. So I look a lot up to her and I ask her a lot of things. She does things like mono milling. Mono is one,
What?
right? So she eats the same thing like until she's full, like a whole thing of bananas, a whole thing of apples.
Or a whole pizza?
No, she's a vegan.
Oh, vegan. You said.
A
Oh,
raw
wow.
vegan too.
Oh,
So there's
damn.
vegans that are cooked vegans. You can cook your food, but she doesn't cook her food because it takes all the nutrition.
It's all raw.
It's all raw. So she'll eat a mono meal of like hella apples.
Damn, that could give you some serious diarrhea.
I don't know.
That
Seems to be fine. I'm gonna ask her that question about the diarrhea. Or she'll eat like a whole thing of mangoes or a whole thing of bananas. But she makes these really cool salads and all these smoothies. And like fruit is the best way to live this vegan diet because they have like the density and you can get enough calories. Because some people will try that and they won't get enough calories and they can make themselves sick. So it's still all about getting your 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day through a fucking raw vegan diet. So I'm trying to get towards that.
So I was vegan twice.
Go,
and,
girl.
I was vegan twice, and then I was vegetarian.
Yeah, I was vegetarian for sure.
Y'all gotta know the difference.
Yes, no
Okay.
eggs and no meat products.
Exactly.
No dairy is vegan.
Exactly.
And no just meat
Right.
is vegetarian.
Vegan is nothing that comes from the animal. Vegetarian is
No meat.
no meat.
But you can still eat
see
dairy.
eggs and cheese and milk. But I did that twice, and I remember I lost so much weight. My head was bigger than my body.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh,
And people
shit.
thought you were on crack, right?
Right. People were
Same
just
thing.
like, they're like,
What are you
"Girl,
doing?
you
You're on
drink
drugs."
too much. Like, what's going? You missing some meals. I said, oh shit. I said, no.
I
I'm
start
on this
eating
diet.
again.
Right. I was like, no, I'm just on this diet. Like,
Right. It's just a lifestyle.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it helps your brain. It helps your health.
Yeah,
it
help you
live.
think clearly. Yeah.
Heavy. that interview sure taking long.
He's like, where you really at?
It's
Where
still
you
in this
really
interview.
at?
It's going well. Right back. Okay.
Yeah.
I love this life that
Yes.
we live. It's so fun. I'm just happy to be alive. I'm really grateful that I'm learning different things and I'm open to trying new things. And it's all about like my health
Yeah.
and longevity of life. My grandma lived to 92. She just died last year. And we're approaching her anniversary date for her death, which is November 29th. She died the day after Thanksgiving.
Wow.
She was dying, like
Please.
on the week of Thanksgiving. We were like, please, Mom, gonna stay for Thanksgiving. Like, she was dying. And she made it through Thanksgiving. Thank you. And then she died the very next morning
Rest in peace.
on Black Friday.
On Black Friday.
I just love my grandma because it's Good Friday for me. You know, if you believe in a Christian, like Good Friday and then, you know, Passover and then Jesus died on a Friday and rose on that Sunday.
And
And like she really believed. And I'm like, Big Mama, you got to die on a Friday. That's such a blessing. And I love Fridays even before she died because even like in Hebrew tradition, like the Black Hebrews or whatever,
Yeah.
Friday is the day they don't do anything. They get prepared for the Sabbath. And I just really like that. Like some of my friends, I would say, I'm having a show. Oh, it's a Friday, I can't go. I respected that so much.
Yeah. No, they're staying true to what
You know, like I can't go, and then we're preparing for Sabbath, and then Saturday they can't go either. And like my ex-husband, my kid's father, we practiced that. We didn't like, we practiced kind of like all the religions in one. It was really kind of fun, you know, but we would get our dinners prepared and bring everything in the house on Friday and then get prepared for Saturday.
Oh, that's fun.
So Saturday we didn't have to do anything but just relax and enjoy the day.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
So it's like putting those rituals and like practices in your life. It frees you up from the mundane troubles of life. And it gives you a break, your mind a break, your soul a break of just stress and trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So I really like that idea of a day of rest.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And you deserve it.
You do. You do. You deserve that day of rest.
Wow. Well, Diamond, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. And again, look, me and this girl go way back. Way back. Okay?
Way back.
2008. There you go. 2008 back then.
Way back.
So,
over 10 years.
Yeah, it's a long time, you guys.
And we still look good, and we
still
supporting each other, and it's possible. Black women can come together.
That's right.
And support each other and love each other and lift each other up. It doesn't have to be the myth of cattiness and competition. That's bullshit.
That's right. We can come together and just support each other on a normal basis. So, any last things you would like to say, Diamond?
Yeah, like support is a real thing, and like if you feeling down and out or alone or nobody understands you or your circumstances all you need, it's really not. Everybody going through something. So like reach out for that support and like try to identify people that are in your life that I call gems or your tribe. You know, people that are like-minded and want to see you win, want to see you thrive, want to see you be your best. I pray that you find people like that in your life. And I pray and I'm grateful for people like that in my life. And I want to be someone in someone's life like that. You know, I want to be that person in someone's life.
Where can people reach you at?
You can reach me on Instagram at I am the label, but all underscore. So I underscore am underscore the underscore label. I am the label. And yeah, you could Google me, Diamond the Solid One. It's all like, you know, proper letters, proper words. Just spell it out the way the dictionary spells it out. Diamond the Solid One. And you can find all my music and what I'm doing.
Yes. So that's what's up, y'all. I have my girl Diamond the Solid One. I go way back with her. She's doing a lot of big stuff right now. Sorry, we got to end the show. But make sure you follow her on all her platforms that she mentioned.
Yeah.
And this is brought to you by Cut It Up Music, DJ Mace. Tell the music in the building. Y'all have a great night.
Good night. Peace.